I'm S.Oюун Mongolia's Minister of Environment and Green Development. We're delighted to have the honor of hosting this year's World Environment Day in Mongolia. First, I would like to extend a warm greeting to all of the individuals and organizations participating in World Environment Day, and to United Nations Environmental Programme for its tireless effort to preserve the world's natural heritage and promote sustainable development. Here in Mongolia, we have a long and rich nomadic history in which our people have lived for centuries in a lifestyle intimately intertwined with the natural world. As we confront the modern problems of air pollution, water pollution, and challenges related to the mining sector, we must base our policies on the traditional environmental values of our nomadic heritage. With our small population, it is possible for us to accelerate our sustainable development policies in order to catch up with more developed green economies. This requires the education of our youth on environmental and policy issues, combined with a focus on implementing green technologies. In the first 20 years of our mining development, we allowed a large number of small-scale mines which did not rehabilitate and reclaim the environment. We're now changing our policies and enforcing higher environmental standards. We're only granting mining rights to more responsible miners and allow few active mining sites in the country. At the same time, we aspire to raise the total area of protected land and national parks from the current 17% to our goal of 30% in the next decade, in order to preserve pristine natural areas for future generations. We're also beginning to make progress on our efforts to combat urban air pollution in our capital, Ulaanbaatar, and to protect and preserve our clean water resources. However, even if we are successful in all of our environmental efforts in Mongolia, we increasingly face the global nature of environmental issues. It requires us to reach beyond our borders to work together with partners around the world. Mongolia is an example of a country that has not contributed much to the causes of climate change and yet is experiencing a disproportionate impact. While world temperatures have risen by an average of 0.7 degrees Celsius, the average temperature in Mongolia has risen by 2.1 degrees Celsius, 3 times more than the world average. As a direct impact, desertification, pasture degradation, and melting permafrost are threatening our nomadic pastoralism. The international community cannot alone effectively mobilize against the threat of climate change. The battle against greenhouse gas emissions must be waged in every city, community, company, and the family. This is a matter that requires the cooperation of everyone, from the world's leaders to each individual on the street and in the traditional gear. That is why it is so important that each and every one of us is participating in World Environment Day, making a real difference in our communities all around the world. Rather than a single day in which we devote our efforts to the environment, World Environment Day must be a motivating call to continued action so that every day of the year we're all working to move towards a sustainable future. I urge you to use today as a time to focus your city, company, and family on direct and innovative solutions to the environmental issues in your home and globally. This year's Think, Eat, Save campaign is one way to decrease carbon emissions, while at the same time more efficiently utilizing our food resources for a growing world population. I thank you all for your participation in World Environment Day 2013. I truly believe that if we all join together now, we can create a sustainable future.